Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second channel. It's me here. Now, recently I've been hearing about people taking this thing called the 16 personality test, which is basically a test that you can take. They ask a bunch of personal questions, and you answer those questions based on whether you agree with them or you disagree with them. And then at the end, they will determine like some personality type. I've been seeing people take this, and since I can't come up with my own original ideas, I thought I'd try it as well. The first question they are asking is, you enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Now, it depends what is classified as lots of people. If we're talking about like just a gathering with like your friends, I'd say 10 is a lot of people. But to others, a lot of people might be like 50 people. I don't know, I'll go with this because I'm kind of neutral about that. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. I agree with that a little bit. I agree a little bit with that. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. This I can like strongly agree with because I someone makes fun of me. Someone comes in with a lit roast, and then like that night or like later that night I'm in the shower and I'm like, I could have said that back. I could have said that back. I could have made that epic argument. I could have made that argument. And then I'm mad because I didn't make that epic argument that I would have roasted them. They would have been burnt at the stake. They would have been owned. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. Well, it really depends, you know. I mean, it depends on what the problem is. So for that, I'll be like, I'll go in the middle for that one. People can rarely upset you. Disagree, because my entire channel is just about people who upset me. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a I agree with that. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. It depends what my plans are. If they're not good plans, if it's a plan I don't want to do, you know, I don't want to get back on track. But if it's something I'm dedicated to, maybe. So I'll go in the middle once again. I don't know. You really worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. This one I very much disagree with. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. I've never spent the whole weekend all by myself, but I mean, I guess I imagine I wouldn't be bored because I could entertain myself, so I'd be like there. But also it'd be pretty boring. You are more of a detailed oriented than a big picture person. No, I don't. I feel like a big picture person, like a large image of Juan, like a large image. Like we're talking like this huge PNG file, this huge file, or like a billboard of Juan. Yeah, you are very affectionate with people you care about. I guess, yeah. Ooh, we're on to the next page now. That's kind of funny. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. I don't know how to. I'm just gonna go in the middle. I don't know. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Agree. The green, like the number one, agree. I did some like really silly things back in like 3rd or 4th grade, and every day I think of those things. I at parties and similar events, you can be mostly found farther away from the action. It depends what the party is. If the plan of the party is for everyone to get in a circle around me and make me the center of action, then yeah, I would disagree because I would not be. But if it's just a regular party in general, I would agree with that. And assuming that that's what they mean, I agree. I'm normally a little farther away from the action. I'm not the center. I'm not at the center, you know. I'm somewhere in the back of the party just looking at pictures of Juan on my phone. The Juan joke isn't funny anymore. I'm sorry. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Well, I think that there's an extent. I'd say there's an extent. I feel like sometimes it can be a little too much, but I don't really have an issue with that. So I'm like in the middle, I guess. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. Yeah, sometimes Sometimes when I eat dinner, I always like to watch a funny YouTube video. I like YouTube. I want to watch a funny YouTube video. So I never watch my own because I like funny videos. But anyway, I'm looking for a funny video. I oftentimes I will spend so much time looking for a video that my food will get cold, and that's a lot of fun. So yes, I definitely agree. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. No, I disagree with that. Definitely not. Oh, and we're on to the next page. How funny. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Well, it depends what I think of those people, like what my impression of them are. If they seem like cool people, then yes, I guess, but if they're not, then no. So I'm like in the middle. A lot of these questions are like very vague. Like they aren't specific. Like if you're, I don't know. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Yeah, I just have dreams that are just they're like every aspect of my life combined. Like I'll have a dream about like someone at school or like someone who I talk to at school. They'll be in the same dream as like my parents, like or like my backyard. Like one time I had a dream with this kid in my first grade class, and he was in my backyard, and he was just sitting on a swing. It was so weird. Like I have the most random bizarre dreams, so I definitely agree with that. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. If you're stepping on someone, like if they're laying down and you step on them, like you put your foot on them, that would hurt. So I definitely disagree. That's not cool, man. Don't do that. You are dedicated to your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. No, no. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. I do agree with that. Like I'm like right there with that. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you are. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. Now now we're going to the next page. How funny is that? That's so funny, guys. I'm only 40% done with this. What if I just like cut some of them out? I think I should do that. Like I'm gonna cut some of the questions no one cares about. I'll cut them out. Alright, it's been like 4 minutes since I decided to stop talking and just do these in like a time lapse mode, and I'm already 80% done with this. So I guess I can talk about the rest, just because why not, I think that'd be kind of silly. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching. I strongly agree. I have everything planned out. Is it gonna work out? Absolutely not. No. You rarely dwell on your regrets. I agree. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Yeah, I agree. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. I disagree with that. Also, sorry if I'm having voice cracks all the time. It's just kind of something that happens with human beings. So I'm sorry about that. You find it easy to emphasize with a person that has gone through something you never have? Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I guess. Kinda, yeah. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. I agree. I definitely, that's like every video I've ever made. Your emotions control you more than you control. Oh, I agree to the fullest extent. After a long and exhausting week, a party is just what you need. No, because parties are long and exhausting. So like no, I don't really agree too much with that. You frequently find yourself wondering about how technological advancement could change yes. Yes. The idea of like being too advanced is like kind of scary to me. But I think it's scary to everyone. It's kind of spooky. It's kind of spooky. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing. I mean, it depends what the actions are. So I'm like neutral on that one. You still honor the commitments you have made, even if you have a change of heart. Yeah, if I have a change of heart, I definitely don't. So I'm like disagree with that. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. Disagree. Alright, are we ready to see the results? Can't wait. How does this work? Whatever this means. I'm like a mediator. Personality. INFPA. INFPT. I guess that's my personality. Is that a good thing? Hope so. Hope that's a good thing. A mediator is someone who possesses the introverted, intuitive feeling and prospecting personality traits. I agree with the other stuff, but I don't think I'm much of an introvert. Between like introvert and extrovert, I'm like in the middle. Like I'd say I'm in the middle of those two things. It's not like I'm both. It's at the same time, like I'm not introverted and extroverted at the same time. I'm like, it depends. Sometimes I'm introverted. Like sometimes I can be introverted. Sometimes I want to be extroverted. And I like that. I like it like that because it kind of gives you like difference, like different opportunities and stuff. But I would rather be more introverted than extroverted because imagine being only extroverted. Like there are people I know who are like super extroverted, and my question is how? 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 So apparently I'm 60% introverted and 40% extroverted. Although I definitely think I'm like equal. Like it's more equal. I disagree with that. But apparently I am 66% intuitive and 34% observant. Funny voice crack right there. 42% thinking, 58% feeling, 36% judging, 64% prospecting, 18% assertive, 82% turbulent. That's me. That's literally an image of me right there on the screen. Like that's me right there. All right. Well, I took the personality test. Isn't that I'm funny. But yeah, I'm out. Bye, second channel. Bye.